Hello. In the next few minutes, we're going to explore what's new with Insights 3.0, specifically talking about the new link analysis capabilities. Link analysis allows you to establish relationships and view connections between related data elements. This lets you make sense of associations between people, places, events, and other things. And link analysis can be performed in a link chart or a link map. A lot more is explained within the help documentation. Let's get started by taking a look at a sample data set here. Go ahead and create a link chart. And what happens? Well, it organizes the data in a layout for me. By default, we choose force directed, and this is what Insights has always done. But we've added hierarchical and radial. And depending on what your data is and what you're looking for or trying to show, a different layout option will be best for you. In this case, the radial functions similar to a hierarchical, but the organization's obviously circular. The most important node is in the center, and then all of the other links are directed outwards in this orbital fashion. Let's take a look at the Mafia data set. And what this is showing us is the actual hierarchical organization of a mafia family, and you could think of this as a family tree, essentially. This can be organized top to bottom, bottom to top, left to right, or right to left. So layouts. Another thing that we've added is the ability to hide leaf nodes. And a leaf node is any node that doesn't have a children node. So that option is not, for example, presented to me in this node because it does have children nodes down here. I'll go ahead and add this one back. We've also made improvements of for the symbology options available for styling nodes. You have this list of options available to you. Or, if you don't like any of those symbols available to you, you have free control to go ahead and choose a custom one. That could either be a URL or an image file. In this case, I'll choose an image. And now I have my Mafia family tree. Okay, let's move on just a little bit here to a different example. We'll be exploring sales orders and the supplier locations and where they're shipped to and what region. As you could imagine, something that might help me understand this better is an arrow to indicate directionality. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. And what if I wanted to now not only view the lines by arrow with an arrow directionality, but wait, yeah, I want to see what the quantity is. I want to have the number of shipments between each location determine the line thickness, and that's what the weight does. We also recently added type, and what type does is it allows you to symbolize by like a category. Now I can see what year 2013 versus 2014 looked like. And so this is a revealing and telling graphic and visualization and analysis to help me better understand my organization. Let's move on here to a different example, and this we're looking at movies. Now, you might not typically think that movies are something that you could look at with link analysis, but yes, absolutely. In this case, we have the movie name and the director. So what can we tell by this? Well, what director has directed more than 2 movies? What movie has had more than 2 directors? Might be a little bit interesting for us to look and understand, but now with Insights 3.0 we can do more. We can add the star of the movie to this relationship and the writer. So now we have multiple entities being able to be visualized within the same link chart. So what can we tell by looking at this? Well, for example, we see here that when Gene Hackman is a writer, Danny Glover is the director. That happened twice. Those guys like to work together. Mo, Curly, and Larry, they were all three of them were the stars in 2 movies together. So those are a couple examples of relationships that wouldn't have been extremely obvious to me without this type of visualization. And lastly, one thing I'd like to point out is that there are multiple measures of centrality. Insights allows you to select this measure, and what we've added is now eigenvector. And you can see the impact that the sizing has on the chart. What eigenvector does is it measures the influence of a node based on its proximity to other important nodes. So the more connections that a node has, the higher scoring the node and the bigger it is. With that, I thank you for your time today and encourage you to try Insight's link analysis.